Joseph Bodin de Boismortier. And I have to tell you, music is something that kind of comes and goes. And if you listen to, I mean, you know that from popular music. I don't know how much classical type music you listen to. If you listen to it, you will know that you hear certain composers and then you don't hear them. Well, I had never heard Boismortier, and I'm kind of an old lady here. And I've been playing classical music since I was 2.5 years old. And I have been totally surrounded by it. And I tell you, I had never heard Boismortier. And I told you guys, it must have been right before the pandemic. I was driving into Munster to teach in where I rent space to teach, and WFMT, oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. And I called my daughter and I said, what was it? What was WFMT playing? And it was a bass and cello duet. And she looked it up and she called me and she said it was a duet written for cello and bass by Boismortier. And I said, I have to get it, which I did. And then I said, what else did he write? And I started looking, and at the time, there was very little available. And so I contacted my French publishing company contacts, and I said, what is there? And boy, did they start supplying me. And now it's available on IMSLP. I don't know if you are aware know anything about that, but it's also, you can get it, in other words. This one, I believe my contact who looks for things, no, this one was somebody from Boston Symphony found it for me. So all of our contacts, we're good. We're able to find additional things by reaching out. So, you know, we would have loved more time to put into this, but we're playing the 2 Allegro movements, and it's just pretty. It really is. So like I said, this had not been around for decades. I think my daughter did some looking and found the last time it had been played to any extent was in the early 1900s. That's a long time. We're bringing it back.
We're going to have a brief introduction again. A nice round of applause for Kai. I've known Kaya since before she was born. In my church, she's known as our first baby. It's Trinity United Church of Tri-Scary. Yeah, so wonderful job. I had no idea she was so talented until a year or so ago. Yeah, but we're going to take a brief pause and then set up for our second half. So enjoy yourselves. We'll be back in a few.
front end.
Yeah, that's why
If it's not rated, it's rated right there on the road. Or take me in front of the Bible. So the first place you can duck frame is where you always be. And if it's raining, you ain't gonna be there. I'll be in front of the library.
Okay, cool.
Okay?
Start. We're going to start. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest from us. Flew in from New York. What? Boy, are his arms tired? Savam Patel, a nice The name of this piece is Fantasia. Composer.
Hector Villalobos, famous Brazilian composer.
Famous Brazilian composer. Come on, stand up. I'm gonna let you, I'm gonna leave.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, thanks a lot. He's done a number of things that are known in this country. A piece for a number of cellos. What is it called?
Pianos, Brasileiros.
Yes. But this piece we didn't know about, and we're happy to learn it. It's 3 movements, and it features the clarinet, the saxophone, and an odd combination of strings, others.
Yeah. So, soprano saxophone, strings, and horns. And we have our good friend, Donna Marie, who's going to help us. I'm Marie Robinson. So let's get it done. Are we ready?
I've also been asked to sit on the next piece. It's by Gabriel Fauré. We heard some French music earlier by Juan Martier. This music is about 150 years more recent. It's from the turn of the 20th century. And it's associated with the story of Pelléas and Melisande, which was created by several French composers and artists and so on at that time. It involves a sort of mysterious girl who can't speak, and various ideas are put upon her, and it's very symbolic and mysterious and very French. Gabriel Fauré was an important French composer, somewhat of an academic at around that time, following about the time of Debussy and a little bit before Ravel. Okay. Oh, and it's a Sicilian, which is a sort of a dotted with a dum, ba dum, bum, ba da, bum, ba da, ba da da. It's a dance from Sicily.
Very beautiful melody. Again, how about a nice round of applause? You lose sight of it, when you're in the process of it, but that was a difficult piece, and he did a heck of a job. Give the orchestra a nice round of applause. Conductor is suffering in that one, but these are people put in a lot of work, and he put a lot of work on that. And I'm just so happy that Ishan brought his brother and gave us the idea. He challenged us. So we're going to try this. This is a beautiful piece. Bradford Marcellus does this on the Romantics for Saxophone album, if you want to check it out. We're going to feature the brothers. The brothers, Siobhan and Ishan. These are the brothers here. Is their family here? Stand up, is their family. Their family here. Talented set of talented brothers. Yeah, folks. Stand up. I want you to listen to them during this one. Just get some stuff in the flute and the clarinet. I just love this piece, though. There's no pickup. Yeah, no pickup. Got it? Yes. I'm sorry. next is Ray. The next piece is something entitled "The Gray One," and it's kind of a remembrance of a friend of mine, a guy that I went to school with. His name was Mike Gray, and he was just such a funny character. His dad is a famous trombonist named Al Gray, and Mike was just he's no longer with us, but he was a good friend of mine, and he was a funny kind of guy. So this it probably sounds like it has nothing to do with him. For some reason, we'll call it Gray. Ready? That's what took me through this concert for me. Amazing Grace. God's Amazing Grace. God's Grace. Amazing Grace. And this is music that we really did for a friend of ours. He was very instrumental in helping this band. His name was Bob Green. He played flute. He was a flautist out of Chicago, and he really loved, when I say band, I'm sorry, this orchestra. He loved this orchestra. And he was very, very encouraging, and unfortunately, we lost him a couple of years ago. So this is kind of his band. We're going to do Ave Maria, and this version is by Jose Mauricio Nunez Garcia, born in 1767, passed on in 1830. It's arranged originally for string quartet, but we have string ensembles playing. It says here, Jose Mauricio Nunes Garcia was a Brazilian black composer and priest. As a child, he was recognized for his sharp musical memory, and he was allegedly able to reproduce any music he heard, as well as write his own music. By age 17, he was already recognized as a professional music teacher. He eventually became the master of music of the Portuguese Royal Chapel in Rio de Janeiro, despite aggressive actions taken against Catholic priests with visible physical defects. Got that right? This visible physical defect. He was a Brazilian black composer, so his physical defects was okay. He lived and worked in Rio de Brazil's. There was that, well, yeah, well, that was his defect. Okay, I'm sorry. He lived and worked in Rio de Brazil's appointment to a United Kingdom with Portugal and its independence in 1822. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me read that again. He lived and worked in Rio through Brazil's appointment to a United Kingdom with Portugal and its independence in 1822, writing mostly religious music. He wrote a treatise on harmony and counterpoint late in his life. It is now lost. So we're gonna hear his take on Ave Maria. Okay? We all have this. Hey, I get choked up about this stuff because it sounds to me so beautiful. And when I was a young person, I would dream about, hey, one day I'm going to conduct it. symphony. I tell my friends that they would say, yeah, right. But I'm doing it. It's,
Dream come true.
yes, my dream. I'm living my dream. So thank you. I remember that. I always live in my dreams. Oh, so right now, we're gonna kind of conclude our program with some spooky stuff because it's the spooky time of year. Fortunately, I don't have any candy. Somebody gave me some candy on the way in and said, "Hey, I love your mask." But, I didn't quite understand what they were trying to say. So we're going to conclude with two things. One from the HBO series. You'll recognize it hopefully. So I wanted to tell you. This is one of the most scary programs I've seen on television. Well, anyway, I thought it was pretty scary. It was interesting, but at points, scary. Okay, so we're going to do two seasonal items. And thank you for listening. Pat your foot on this one and clap. Help us up with the percussion. The percussionist is not with us today. Gary City Symphony.
Have a seat, please. That was exceptional. Thank you so much. And thank you so much. We are so blessed. Before you leave, please, can you please have a seat for just a moment? A few more minutes, please. I'll be very brief, please, if you would please sit down. I want to give our thanks to the Gary Public Library for allowing us to come in. And I believe this is the last of our 5th Sunday concerts we're going to have this year. This year. We'll start again next year.
In March.
But March, okay. This is the last one for this year, so. Right, the next one is in December 31st, and we're not gonna have one, because some of you won't be coming, I'm sure. We have it then. So we'll have it the next 5th Sunday, whenever that is. Also, I want to thank Mr. Chester, Albert Chester, our videographer. Always does a great job. He puts it out there so we can go back and relive these CDs. There were so many good songs. I don't know which one I enjoyed the most. I really don't. Thank you to our special guests. We have people here I've never seen before. Thank you. I hope you will come back. We have people in our orchestra I've never seen before. I hope you will come back. Also to our guest, Mr. Shaban Patel. Thank you. Thank you so much. And also our members, our Gary Historical and Cultural Society members, would you please stand? Please stand. We have members This cannot go without your assistance also. Also, we have books before you leave. We do have books. Mrs. Tyndall, please stop, and if you have books, there's children's books, some adult books, but please take your time. Also, the Greater Jazz Association, Greater Gary American Jazz Association has a 3rd Sunday event. This next one's coming up on November the 19th. So please, if you love jazz, you don't want to miss that. Mr. Billy Foster. Also, he's going to be in December at the 18th Street Brewery there on Lake Street. So if you miss him in November, you can still catch him in December. And I just want to thank all of you for taking your time to come out and to spend time with us here. It's so special to all of us. And we hope to see you again at our Christmas concert, which is December the 2nd. On a Saturday at 4 o'clock, the concert, we have a VIP reception. I have information, if you didn't get one of these little pink slips, we do have one. And I just want to thank each of you. Also, and last, on November the 11th, we're going to honor veterans. We have some new people to come in. I don't know if we have any veterans that came in, but we want to honor veterans. It's going to be upstairs at 2 o'clock on Saturday, November the 11th. And we want to certainly, let them know that we appreciate their sacrifices that they made for our country. You'll see out there as you go out, there's a display out there by the elevator. That's also our display. We have pictures upstairs of veterans. We have the elevator, right by the elevator. Gary's involvement, things that Gary, women working in the mills during World War II in 1943. So if you have a moment, please take a moment to look at that. Mothers for World War veterans. We have a big flag out there, so you can't really miss this red. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everyone have a good night. Drive carefully going home. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
1 o'clock means 1 p.m. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh,
It's great in front of the library. Now you need me. Can you?
oh no, please.
All right, thank you.
Okay, good to see you. Take care.